What's going on? It's Astronaut H, and this is the What More Do You Want Network. Now, in this video, I will be discussing the second Chicago Bulls preseason game. Again, this is my Bulls report, and I will be doing, nightly videos, basically giving my take of what I seen in the previous Chicago Bulls game. And tonight, they played the Denver Nuggets, and honestly, just from a makeup of when I looked at who was playing tonight, who wasn't, obviously the Joker did not play tonight, but Jamal Murray did, and also Michael Porter Jr., as well as a other number of players on the Denver Nuggets roster. The Bulls elected to go with a lot of starters. I think Ayo Dosunmu will be the starting point guard. So it was Ayo out there, also with Javonte Green starting over Patrick Williams tonight. You had Zach LaVine, DeMar DeRozan, and of course Vooch was in the middle. Now, honestly, the Bulls came out with a whole lot more energy than the game the other night. You saw a lot of cutting. You saw guys getting to their spots. You saw guys being aggressive early. You saw, effort on defense. You seen just guys getting into what I would say it looks like guys are ramping up for the season. And tonight it showed that. I was highly impressed with what I saw from Vucevic, mainly because early on in the game he was aggressive. He was going to the block. And I think that's what we should come to expect this season, as far as him going down low, as far as him being a bully on a block like in his days in Orlando. A lot of people say Vucevic is the third option, which if you are striving for, championships and things of that nature, it's okay with having a former All-Star as your third option. It's not like Vucevic is 35 years old. He's going for another contract. And, this is the time. This is the time where you expect him to be ultra aggressive. So I liked what I saw from him. DeMar DeRozan looked good in his minutes. I didn't see anything that made me caution or made me, you just want to see more ball movement, even if he do decide, within the offense to go ISO. You want to see more guys spreading the ball. You want to see more movement. Even when DeMar is backing down, you want to see guys moving, cutting, slashing, things like that to get easier shots. I don't think what I will say is this year I want the Bulls to look to get easier twos. It's always an issue when it comes to three-point shooting with this team, because that's one thing that still hasn't been addressed. Of course, you can bank on somebody like Zach hitting a few a game. You can bet on, Vooch hitting a few a game. But, when the three ball's not falling, because DeMar DeRozan, I don't even think he took a three-point shot tonight. So when you look at the landscape of the team and the roster, you're going to have to get some shooting from somewhere. Is it going to be Kobe White, who had a pretty good game tonight? Is it going to be Goran Dragic, who had a pretty good game tonight? It's going to have to, the three ball is going to have to fall from somewhere, because when you do play the teams that want to run and get open and get open threes and trailer threes and things like that, you have to, fight back, so to speak. And then what I will say, like I said, when I looked at the overall just the game tonight, I was highly impressed, especially with that second quarter. I mean, the Bulls put up 45 points in the second quarter, and I don't believe they turned the basketball over in that quarter either. So, it's still a ways to go. It's still some ways to go. The Bulls did win the game 131-113. And honestly, if I expect the Bulls to put up 131 points a game this season, that would be me as a fan lying to myself, so to speak. I think this game was just a gauge on what could be. If they get Lonzo back at some point in the season, if Caruso and everybody's playing a role, because the second unit did look good. I like the combination of Caruso, Dragic, White. I like that little combination with Drummond coming off the bench, because Drummond, again, he has good hands. He can rebound very well. The only downside to having Drummond in the game is his free throw shooting, which is not the best. But also, I'll say that to say this. You need a big to come off your bench and give you something, right? Some type of production, whether it's a few minutes of giving a guy like Vooch a breather, whether it's in for rebound and defensive purposes, or just another big to be on the floor to do some type of rim protection. The Bulls need that, because again, last year we seen when we played a lot of bigs like Joel Embiid, especially, undersized, undermanned, and we just basically got beat up. So it's going to take some chemistry, getting used to as a team collectively to withstand the marathon, which is the NBA season. I honestly feel good after watching the first two preseason games. They're 1-1. I'm not going to put too much stock into the preseason. I'm not going to say, expect the Bulls to score 120 and up every night. I'm not going to say that. But when you are defending, rebounding, moving, player movement, everybody setting screens, and you're not turning the ball over, you give yourself a good chance to win every night, especially in the NBA. You could look at a lot of teams that do certain things, and even with the Bulls losing to the Bucks last year in the playoffs, that gave them something to, look towards and build upon going into this season. I'm still a little, on the fence about Billy Donovan in that 5-out offense. But again, we will see how things go continually through the later parts of the season, if that's still the case. Like I said, the only reason I don't like the 5-out is because that leaves you susceptible to more defensive rebounds for the other team. You put 5 guys around the perimeter, the shot don't go in. Let's say it's a long rebound, there's nobody there to defend going the other way, and you just gave up a fast break on the other end. So you don't want to do that as far as a team that's trying to. I still think that the Bulls need an identity. Without Lonzo, you'll have Ayo Dosunmu basically running the show. You'll be going offensively. You'll be either going through some nights DeMar, some nights Zach. Collectively, them two. Vucevic gets in the flow of that. And I still think the Bulls have to find an identity of what they want to be as a team this year. Because if they're going to run, they're going to have to defend and be good at it when they play in the elite teams of not only the East, but also in the Western Conference. I'm talking about when you go up against Memphis, New Orleans, when you go up against Dallas, Golden State, Denver, Minnesota, even people might give me some blow back for this, but the Lakers, even when you facing certain teams in the West, you're going to have to make an identity for yourself and keep teams from scoring. The Milwaukee Bucks, the Miami Heat, the Philadelphia 76ers. The NBA this year, I feel like, is as tough as it's ever been, and it's wide open for a team to actually make a name for themselves. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Let me know what you guys think of tonight's preseason game versus the Denver Nuggets for the Chicago Bulls. Did you think they did good? Is it things there to build upon? Would you like to see another switch up? Would you like to see Patrick Williams going back into the starting lineup? Let me know what you guys think. The second unit played really good, like I said. Drop your comments down below. I would love to hear from you guys. As always, it's greatly appreciated when you guys tune in, listen, and watch. Don't forget to hit that notification bell so you can know anytime a video is being uploaded to this channel. Hit that post notification bell. This is the What More Do You Want Network. It's Astronaut H. And I'll catch you guys on the next video.